y'all. You are now tuned into Carefree Black Girl Podcast, where we talk about everything carefree, black, and girl. It's your girl, Phoenix Luxe, your favorite fantasy therapy and baddie. And I am going to pass it to Big Liz, not the little one.
You already know it's your girl, Big Liz, your favorite veteran turned entrepreneur and content creator.
And it's Hazell Harve, the realest of the real.
Period.
Y'all, today I'm feeling like the emotions, like inside out too. And today I'm feeling very purple. Like, I'm a little down
Even
today.
lavender.
Like, yeah, but I'm a little down today.
Okay,
we gonna get ourselves up and get our little yellow joy.
Why you feeling down, sis?
It's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Hitting the mic now.
Shaking the table.
Shaking the table. Don't shake unless you're ready to get what?
Okay, sure.
But I just feel like, it's a lot going on with me. Like, it's a lot going on today. And I feel like I just don't have my life in order. So everything just feels like, I need to really, break. Like, I need a rest day.
Yeah.
Like, a rest day. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
What colors are y'all feeling like today?
I feel you. I feel purple. I feel ennui. He's inside out too. It's kind of just like with the state of the world, when you get past anger, you just like, ugh. It's like
Over it.
Period.
But I'm trying to remain hopeful, but it's me balancing between ennui and being pissed off, like. Because it's just hard to exist as a Black woman. We're gonna get into that a little bit, but Liz, how you feeling?
I'm feeling real green, y'all. Real effervescent. But the reason I feel green is because I'm learning a lot of new things. Like I was telling y'all before we was recording, I got me a little cookbook, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn how to get domesticated in the kitchen, So I feel real green. I feel like this is a summer of learning and living our best hot lives. So, yeah.
Cool. The reason why I feel a little between ennui and anger, I do want us to start. It's a little sobering and a trigger warning for everybody, but we do want to take a moment of silence for Sonya Massey. When we get into these things, people talk about, oh, you should do the right thing, call the cops. Why didn't they do that? And she did that. And as a result, her life is gone. And so we do want to hold space for her to continue to say her name, Sonya Massey, continue to hold him accountable. And for Black women and Black femme MBs, please, please, please take care of yourself. Get the news you need to and leave the opinions you don't. So hold space for Sonya Massey. We definitely want to do that. Before we get into our Carefree Black Girl of the Week, we just got breaking news at the time of this recording. So President Biden has dropped out as the Democratic nominee. And my first reaction is, whoo, Lord, maybe we can really, really take some accountability and focus and put forth a candidate that can actually rival the cult that is Donald Trump. What do y'all girls think?
All I can do is pray to God and just hope that he brings us a miracle. Because, baby, I don't know what the hell is going on, but, baby, the system is rigged. Like, this is crazy.
It's got to be. It's flashing me back to 2016.
Okay.
The world wasn't ready for a woman, right, to be president. They threw everything at Miss Hillary, right? Okay. And Trump ended up winning. Now Biden is out.
Bitch, you might as well just step out for the rest of the year now, bitch.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I want to know who's going to replace him. And a lot of people are talking about Kamala Harris being the one that is going to replace him. I am just not confident that America is going to pursue a Black woman as a president before they vote for Trump. And so, y'all, I'm scared. That's how I feel. I'm scared.
My biggest concern is the president election is important, but what people didn't realize that Trump did, he put in a record number of judges in seats. And at the state of our Supreme Court, with them rolling back, uh,
Roe v.
you
Wade.
know, Roe v. Wade, the Chevron deference, they have rolled back, you know, such fundamental cases. It's almost like they're delegitimized. So what scares me, I don't mean to fearmonger people, is it kind of feels like it doesn't matter who we put up, because when Trump was yelling, oh, you know, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged,
Yeah.
people don't realize the Supreme Court has authority over interviewing these things. And so if he says that this time, if he doesn't win, you know, if he doesn't win electoral college and presidential, you know, the popular vote, will they believe him? You know, we are at like a historical moment, which for us millennials, I know we tired of living through historical moments, but here we are at the face of another one. And so I want people to really think about, at the very least, your local politics and what you can do in your everyday life. And remember that the presidential election isn't everything, and we'll continue to follow this story with y'all.
Prayers.
Woo. Let it rain and clear it out. Let it rain.
Yes.
And
Bring
clear
the
it out.
positive,
So
sparkly
we
energy.
are now going to switch to our carefree Black girl of the week.
Yes, ma'am.
Something uplifting. That's something I love about Black women. No matter what's going on in the world, Black women be Black women and
Period.
all the
I'm
time.
gonna pull through.
And right now we have Allyson Felix as our Black girl of the week, who established the first ever daycare for athletes who are moms and to help with moms. Allyson Felix has, throughout her, even though she is the most decorated track medalist, has always faced adversity as a Black woman, but also as a mother. So I think it's really important that she is doing something that's fundamental and that is allowing Black women to bring their whole existence, all the roles with them. And so what do you got? How you feeling?
I'm just in a world where, you know, we have companies, large companies like Microsoft and CNN getting rid of DE&I organizations. I am happy that there is people that look like us, that care about us, that want to put things in place, not just for us, but for specific people like moms. That you have, you know, when we think about this, the elite of the elite didn't have a place to breastfeed their kids or, you know, spend time with their kids in an area where they should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's great. I love that's what she's doing. And now for those of us or those elite women who are coming through the ranks, they don't have to deal with what she had to deal with.
That's the definition of paving the way for
Yes,
the new
yes.
generation of younger athletes, especially young Black woman athletes. Like, this is what you want to do with the rest of your career. After you retire and you just think of, oh, what impact can I make for women? She probably sat back and realized, like, you know, it is hard juggling both as a mom and an athlete when you're pushed into these like directions and what you want to do. So I think it's amazing. I think it's great for her to pave the way for the younger generation. And that will hopefully get to their minds when they start to get into their older in their careers of what they can do for the next generation coming up.
Right. I agree.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful to see, because sometimes I know, especially as Black women, they feel like, you know, we have to be our best self. And I love seeing that her being a mom, but her needing to be accommodated, is still her being her best self. Like, give us the tools to be our best self.
For
And
sure.
I love seeing that because, you know, one, it shows that at any stage you can be at the top of the top. Like,
Yes.
there isn't a limit. You don't have to be 20, fresh out of college, fresh out on the track team.
Right.
And it kind of goes along with Sha'Carri redeeming herself when people doubted her.
Yeah.
So we have Black women like her, Asia Wilson, Brittany Griner is back.
Hello.
I just love seeing that Black women. It feels like they're bringing with them not only championship but redemption
Yeah.
against all of those odds.
And the
So
culture. Like
yeah, I
I
love that.
literally love seeing their authenticity. Like Shakari, is it Shakari, y'all? Please. It's
Yes.
Shakari. Okay.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
Shakiri.
Shakira.
Shakiri. Okay, Shakiri.
We love you, girl. It's
Sorry, girl. We're
Shakira.
gonna get this right. But Shakiri, like, you know, she's I don't know if y'all saw that Netflix, the sprint, you know, talking about the World Series or the World Championship and things like that. But she also, her and her family were featured in Vogue. And I love how she brings her full self, nails, hair, commentary
Right.
to any stage that she's on. And if y'all didn't know, the Olympics is starting, I think, July 26th. And we got a lot of the USA representation, but most importantly, Black girl representation. So I want to highlight that because that's huge. Apparently, record-breaking numbers of us out there competing on elite levels. So
That's right.
shout out to our girls.
Absolutely. And I just want y'all to remember you could be your best self as a mom, tatted up, with your nails, with your weave, with however you present as a Black woman. Don't let people who aren't Black women, we're going to get into that a little bit later, tell you how to Black woman.
Okay.
But switching topics, you know, we have our girl Megan Good. She just had her premiere of Divorce in Black. How we feeling?
Oh my God, divorce and Black, baby. It's so much conversation about divorce and Black. But baby, when I tell you, when I first heard that Corey Hardit
Yes.
and Making Good were like the main
Character.
main
Yeah,
characters
yeah.
in this film, I'm like, Tyler Perry, you are a messy queen. Like
But always been mixed.
like
divorce
ass queen, like the divorcee. So, but I knew one thing was to cast. I know this was gonna be spot on, really good. So, Make It Good did her thing. Shout out to also, I don't want to mess her name up. Debbie, I forgot her last name. Is it Debbie? It's not Allen. Oh my God,
What was, you know her character name?
she was a mom.
Okay.
The mom.
Oh, the preacher's wife?
Yes.
Okay.
I cannot get her name
Oh,
for
me
to
either,
save
but
my
she
life,
was-
but she's an icon in the film industry as one of the Black actresses. She also did her thing, and that was also a reunion for them. I don't know if y'all guys remember the movie Eve's Bayou.
Of course.
Yeah, so that was a little reunion for them
Yeah.
as well. So those two definitely played their characters down to the T. Like my boyfriend was like man, like, they acted good. Like it's hard to cry on camera, and they were selling it.
Okay.
So I honestly liked the movie. How did y'all feel about the movie? Okay. Yeah, so Debbie Morgan, icon, and
Yes.
she definitely delivered her role very well as the mom and preacher's wife.
No, I think she always does good. Like that is her role. Almost like the, I don't want to say mean mom, but like she gives
She's not
like
a mom. She's the reasonable, like she's the auntie, the mom that she gets it. Like,
yeah, but she scares me. So let me just, I guess I can make that clear.
She always gives me money. Like
Rich.
I
Rich
think I get
mommy
confused
vibes.
with that's Lynn Whitfield.
Lynn Whitfield.
Lynn Whitfield is the evil rich.
But both, I feel like she
They
might
were
have
both
something.
East by, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
You can remember in East Bayou, she was like the aunt that was more like
The
put
sweet,
together,
yeah.
giving what's her name, Jessie Journey,
Oh,
the
Journey
advice-
Smollett, yeah,
Journey
yeah, yeah.
Smollett, the advice and stuff, and I feel like that's what her role was in this movie. Like she was very reasonable with Making Good as the daughter.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like with the past two movies that Tyler Perry has put out, I've liked them, but I've also had like mixed feelings about certain parts of the movies. Like I'm like, oh, this felt a little bit rushed, or oh, I must have missed something by the time I got here. And I read something that Lonnie Love said, you know,
Yeah.
about the fact that yes, he's doing all these great things for like Black actors and paying them their money's worth, honey. Y'all better
Right.
get y'all coins.
Okay.
But she was feeling like, he should invest in Black writers too. And he's apparently writing all of his,
He writes
he
he
all
writes
does
his
all of
work.
his
everything,
He
work.
right?
writes all of his.
Yeah. And he doesn't do a bad job, right?
Mhm.
But I'll stand for Tyler Perry, hands down. But I'm a fan of the older movies, like
Yes.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman and Fan
Uh-huh.
Reunion. Y'all
Mhm.
can't
Yeah.
tell me it didn't make my shows. I know
Okay.
back, all of that. It's in my head. So yeah. But how you feel about this? Too?
Uh, when it comes to Tyler Perry and his movies, I do want people to remember one thing. He is not trying to write like a drama for the ages of Oscar. Some movies are just to talk about common situations, and they are going to have embellishment. So I think people go a little too hard and a little too critical on him. But on the same side, I do want, because he focuses so much of his work on Black women, he does need to bring Black women into the writer's room.
That's
Because
true.
you're still a Black man, even though you have a Black spirit, you've experienced Black women and you have the Black experience, you're still not a woman. So I think sometimes some of the way the movies are together, they seem a little disjointed because
Right.
it's not our voice.
Right.
Like, it's an actor, but they're a conduit for his writing. And he's admitted and, recorded little clips on social media showing him just, writing these things out. So I do feel like I want people, when they're like, oh, he just needs to be done. He just needs to be done. Remember what you're saying, because he does. A lot of actresses and actors have said they didn't get their first six-figure check without
Right.
him. He employs a lot of Black people. He has programs for LGBTQIA youth. So I'm a billionaires or bastards person, but as far as billionaires go, he really does a lot for our people.
That's
So I think people need to have more nuanced conversations about his
Right.
work.
And
Can they be improved? Yeah, but
Yeah, and I think people, because one thing that has like struck me about Tyler Perry is how he did My Girl Monique. Like that's one, like that's one,
Yeah.
that's one
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
and conversation I feel like needs to be redeemed, because the way he did Monique and kind of blackballed her out of it was also like very devastating for our Black culture. So that's one thing I think people hold on to as well, to like throw tomatoes at him. But I would say too, like, yeah, it's great that he's paying like these actors, and I think that's what people are, I think that's what's wrong with Hollywood right now, is that like we have to pay so much people that not everybody's gonna get the amount that they want. So for him to direct and write for himself, that gives the Megan Goods, the Corey Hardicks, the
Very
money
true.
that they and Taraji P Henson,
Yep.
the money that they deserve, because he does that on his own. So I think that's what he's always been about. So
Yeah.
yes, I do think it's time for us, Black women, to get into those writer rooms and really have our thoughts and our ideas. But with his income and his budget and stuff like that, sometimes it probably just cannot work out, because then if the writer doesn't get paid enough, then it's like, oh, you didn't pay the writer enough, or you didn't pay the actress enough. So it's definitely a hard feel for him. I can understand that.
Yeah. Agreed.
yeah, I feel like, how did I wrap it up? He needs to, give like a course, or begin to bring in a new class of writers and directors. That he still has some creative control in, but he does allow for diversity in voices. So all of his movies aren't getting bashed for
Right.
like the same, type
Yeah.
thing.
No, I agree. But as we close that out, and we want to talk more about what's going on in the culture with the girls, let's talk about hair, and let's talk about appropriation, honey. Apparently Gen Z out there, some of the more Caucasian women are claiming the twist out as something that white women have made up. Okay? They're calling it the Mamma Mia, which is basically the whitewash version of a twist out, which us Black people have been doing forever. But now again, and again, we again are having this agenda pushed that this is something that white people have come up with because they gave it a new name. So what do y'all think about that?
Ooh. Well, as a naturalista,
Period, girl.
like,
Girls is popping.
this is like a conversation like every time. Like shit, when Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, and started rocking their little cornrows, it was the Kardashian Jenner rolls and stuff like that.
Boxer
Like
braids.
yeah, so it's like this is a conversation every time, but this is why we stand on us black women stand on what we stand on. Like this is our hair and this is our culture and this is what we do, baby. When you search up how to do a twist out, you're not gonna see you're not gonna see pop
And
up a
won't.
white woman.
And won't.
Y'all will literally search up twist out. Y'all see black women, be like, oh, that's not my hair. And what would you put? White woman. So just give respect and give honor to us.
Credit.
And like, come on now. Like it's just getting old and outdated. Like it's just like it's a conversation like every year. But it's just women like us that gotta stand up and tell these hoes, bitch,
We did
know
it
your
first.
history, learn your
Period.
lessons, and
Yes.
drink your whatever, your black coffee, and mind your business.
Seriously
Like,
though.
y'all can do the hairstyles, but don't say it's from X, Y, and Z. Like maybe you saw it on that show, but don't.
Can I get on my soapbox?
Go ahead, girl. 'cause
No,
we
y'all
really
can't do
wanna
the
listen.
hairstyles, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. First of all, this is why you don't get invited to the cookout. First of all, because y'all come and y'all take, and y'all don't understand what cultural appropriation is. It's not why, it's just a hairstyle. The reason why is because y'all don't understand this thing called equity, and it's inequitable
Ooh,
when
yes,
y'all
Lord.
do it. And let me explain that and break it down for y'all.
Break it
So when we wear our box braids, not boxer braids, we get called unprofessional. We get called ghetto. We get called this and that. And when y'all want to go and get y'all little yarn twist, when y'all go to Jamaica or whatever, that looks like the Grinch's, fingers and shit, everybody's like, oh my God, you went on a vacation and it's great. We don't get to express things that we create freely. So no, you don't get no skin in the game of wearing our shit.
No.
Okay? And y'all don't have wash days, okay? Y'all that is a term that has been coined by black people.
Period.
I get so sick of y'all. And I love the clock app. I do. I be on there dancing and stuff. But what I hate about it is it's commodified black culture and made people think that they can call everybody punk. And they can wear boxer braids and Mamma Mia braids, or why can't I have goddess braids? But you know what? Y'all ain't gonna listen. So go ahead, go to the best African diasporic hair shop and tell them you want them extra tight. That's what I want y'all to do. All right?
Braid that
Y'all down. That's what I want y'all to do for me, okay? Since you want to do it.
since you want to do it so
Okay?
bad.
Keep it for 3 months. And let's see. And that's how I feel about it. It's so infuriating.
No,
in
I
this
get you.
stage where our bodies are being attacked, how we dress are attacked, and then y'all come and pop out, and you have this whole Valley Girl thing where, oh my God,
Like
it's
no,
so nice.
no, and that's
It's just a hairstyle. Why can I wear it? So again, pick the best. Get the 5-star African diasporic hair braiding shop in the city near you and say, I want my things to last 3 months. Make them extra tight. Do that.
Yeah.
And you know what? Get that wet and wavy free tress for your goddess braids too.
go to your local beauty store.
You can swim in it all, girl. It's all in, you don't got to do nothing to it. So that's
And
what I want for you.
I guess my thing about that too is like if I'm just as a creator, I'm invested and really immersed in what people are saying on TikTok and on Instagram and all that great stuff. I need y'all to us black folks who got things to say and want to tell these girls like what it really is and what the research is about. We got to get up there and do it ourselves too, because the white girls who do it, TikTok pushes them.
They do.
Like they push them. Oh, okay, it's Mamma Mia braids. Let's push these white girls, the pretty white girls who got
Yep.
the look or whatever. But when the black girl does and been doing twist outs, because baby been doing twist outs, okay, we're not seen as much, or that video isn't pushed as much. So yeah, we got to get it out there and let them know that this is not that. And for those of y'all who are out there who aren't educated about where these hairstyles, where these dances, where all that stuff comes from, before you get yourself up on somebody's video and decide that you want to represent something you've seen on TikTok, do your research, because I promise you, the black internet and anybody else is gonna come for your neck. Okay, and that's just all I got to say about that.
And it's erasure, and y'all ain't doing that while we got social media. You will not be erasing the culture.
Period.
We need to be more stingy. I'm stingy with it.
All right.
It's valuable.
That's right. And all my naturalistas, please make that content again. That's what we need.
Period.
Natural hair content again.
Okay, y'all. So breaking news again. This is happening so fast for us, period. But Joe Biden, he did support VP Harris. So he is backing her as the Democratic nominee for us, y'all. So shout out to the Black Queen as the nominee.
Miss Silk Press.
Period. Okay, so now that we got that breaking news out the way, we got some more things we want to talk about as it relates to appropriation and this new world of technology that we're in. Honey, apparently the AIs are AIing, but not so well. So our producer did a little research on Google using their Google AI feature and search Bantu knots. And honey, make sure y'all look on the screen, check the comments, know what we talking about. Google search Bantu knots, and y'all let us know what y'all see. But we gonna tell you what she found. And she found a screen grab basically of a white baby with Bantu knots. Definition reading: a protective hairstyle that originated in Zulu Kingdom of Southern Africa. And y'all got a white baby up there. Google, we need answers.
AI, we need answers.
That's why I said I was just so over it when we started this, because our existence is constantly politicized. There are things like the Crown Act in California. We have to have laws created just for our hair to exist on our head, and for us to style it in ways that are protected. Until your whole identity is politicized, you don't get to say, oh my God, it's just hair. No, it's just not for us. And you just don't understand it.
They don't.
Like, but again, you go to that shop and you get your Bantu knots as tight as that baby's. To protect your hair.
Not the
baby. Leave the baby.
Because if you want it so bad, look it up. And tweet, it's gonna be there, and you get your hair just like that. See how your scalp like it.
No shame.
Seriously, but I do think these brands, organizations, all y'all that are investing in AI features and doing all that stuff, y'all really, really, really got to do better. I don't know who y'all got up in there helping y'all code. I don't know, but that is irritating. It pisses me off because. Why it just logically doesn't make sense. It just reminds me of that freaking H&M picture that came out when they had the black baby with a monkey on the shirt. Like, who was in the marketing room and said that was gonna be okay and that was just gonna fly by night? Like, and again, getting rid of DE&I, but y'all need apparently y'all need us in these rooms because y'all aren't doing what y'all should be doing. Like, this world is so much more than just white people. Okay, so much more than that, period. And black people, we are amazing. And that's why they want to continue to try to erase what we do. So I just want y'all to go out there and really represent us.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Be your own unique selves, because they're not going to do it with us. They're going to try to go over us.
Right, because the credit will not be given if we don't credit ourselves.
Listen, don't let this whimsy fool y'all. I got to step back on my soapbox and get on my Malcolm X. The problem is they don't think they need us.
That's the problem.
And that's where erasure comes in. And it's not enough to say, oh, I'm not racist. You have to be anti-racist. Just like, y'all being very anti-black, you need to be anti-racist. And before you get up on TikTok or any other social media app and put BLM in your bio and think you doing something, talk to your daddies and your older family and how y'all got that money and how things. And if you're like, oh, I grew up in a trailer park, so what? I don't know how you lose with privilege like that. But talk to your grandparents still, talk to the people in your family. Do the work at home first to be anti-racist. But if y'all want to get them bad two knots, get them tight and get them right.
All right, y'all. So now we're going to get into our Get Free segment where we give y'all healthy and beauty tips on how you can get free out here. Okay. So we're going to talk about that face. We're going to get into a little skincare because the girls is acting like summer ain't never came around. So we about to help y'all get right this summer. And it is hot out here. So I want to first say, you need to make sure you get that dirt up off your face. That sweat, them germs. Wash your face, sis, and mister, if you got your guys out there. And so my advice would be for summer and protecting and making sure your skin is its best and is as glowy as it can be, is if at a minimum you don't do anything else, clean your face in the morning, clean your face at night, put that sunscreen on before you hit them doors, reapply it, and make sure that you do your skincare routine at night, because those two things are going to help y'all be y'all best, most radiant, melanated selves. And that's how y'all going to get free out here. Okay. What do y'all think about?
So I got a question as a makeup challenge girly. I ain't learned to do makeup until I was like 30. Do you put the sunscreen on after you put the makeup on?
No,
girl,
it's
it would
taking it right
ruin
off.
it. Yeah, no, it would ruin
You're supposed
it,
to put it
honey.
on before though. It does
Yeah,
help, like
so,
with your
yeah.
makeup. Sunscreen has
So y'all
to-
give some of the challenge girlies like me a rundown.
Okay.
How do y'all start y'all day? Y'all wake up, you doing your face, you don't wash your face, and then what?
What you do, Hazel?
So for me, I just wake up, I wash my face, and then I go ahead and touch into my serum. And then after that, I apply my moisturizer. Shout out to Vaseline. Shout out to the grandmas and aunties and mamas that was putting Vaseline on our face. I still do that to this day. Don't use too much now, but still apply that on your face. And then I finally go in with my sunscreen and then put some eye serum under my eyes. And then if I want to dabble in my makeup like I have on today, just apply my makeup like regular. Still add a little primer before I start my makeup, and boom, that's really much it.
Yeah.
And then, but in this summertime and this heat though, like I do not wear no makeup. And for all my black girls and black men who like work outside, like I work security and I have to sign in trucks, so I'm outside. Like, baby, do y'all see the sand? Like,
Yeah, we get so much
like,
dark.
baby, like this
It's
is
insane.
Bitch, Rihanna,
But she's
fix
still
me
looking
up.
good. Looking so good.
Yeah, so I don't wear no makeup at all, baby. It's way too hot. Like, I don't think there's no setting powder, no setting spray in this world that can make me feel confident enough to go outside. Because, baby,
Yeah.
I want to take it off. Like,
No,
soon as
yeah.
I step outside, I want to take it off. So I recommend just applying your sunscreen and using your sunscreen down and just be fresh, be your freshest face ever, be confident. Like, cause baby, it's hot outside.
No,
Like,
I think that that's spot on. Like protecting the skin, hydrating the skin is the main two things. My tip for real for the girls who do want to wear makeup or add a little something. One, the no makeup look is like, what I'm saying, flowing out there. So basically like just a little dab of concealer, what have you, a little blush, a little mascara, and you got a little lift, a little enhancement.
okay.
And then two, if you do wear makeup, go ahead and get you one of those like mini fans, right? So if you're outside, indoors, whatever, you can use that fan and it'll keep you cool. It'll keep your makeup in place because, baby, my mustache is the first thing to go. So it'll be right here on the top of the lip every time because I'm not trying to mess up this makeup. So you see my girl Hazell over there, period, with the
Baby,
fan.
she keeps it on.
Okay. So if you are wearing makeup outdoors or even stepping outside the house, please do not leave without your little mini purse fan. I recommend that 100% for y'all to get free up in these streets.
Can I say nigga? Okay, good. Do not be like Phoenix. I'm like a nigga, okay? I'm just learning. You know, I just wash my face up and slap a little moisturizer on it. I'm learning to be better.
Well, those are good steps, though. Hazell steps.
Yeah.
I do those
I
same
did
ones.
forget. I did forget to. Well, I do this morning and night, but also tone your face.
Tone
Like,
is
Yeah.
don't
good.
just wash your face. Like, use the toner pads. I use Noxzema pads and like legit wipe because you'll see the dirt on that Noxzema pad
Yeah.
that was still left on your face after
That
washing.
that
your
also
face.
just helps to make sure your skin is like even when you start to see
Yup.
either discoloration or a
Yeah.
different texture on your face, like different types of toners. Make sure y'all know that there are different types.
And know what's good for
But
yours.
yeah, and which ones, target what you want them to target. So
Be intentional.
we gonna get
with
you
your
right,
face.
girl. You gonna get right with that skin and that makeup.
You know, my problem is as much as I'm an accessories and clothes girl
We
because
see you, girl.
the problem is I always choose sleep. I have to get out of that. Like if I'm gonna do a full face or something,
Girl, get
it's
your
like, am I
rest.
gonna take the extra time or I'm gonna choose sleep? And I'm
Yeah,
gonna choose sleep.
every
but
time.
be more intentional with your
Yes.
face.
But okay, so speaking of like makeup, y'all know our girl Rihanna, the Fenty Beauty brand. She was announced as she has an Olympic partnership
Yup.
with the Olympics, and I'm just like, yes. And she already a billionaire, so I'm really like, baby,
Our black girls are just winning. Like we're being represented in the
so
Olympics. We having
much.
deals with the Olympics. Like the black girls are just winning right
They
now.
are doing so much. I love that though. I mean, we talked about her before in episode 1. If y'all haven't seen or listened to episode 1,
Hello.
get out there and listen to it, okay?
Okay.
But we talked about her before. Rihanna is really doing her thing in all spaces really, and just a little get free moment. I did finally use my Fenty hair. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
We just gonna talk about the fact that she got the partnership with Fenty Beauty
Period.
for our
Okay.
Olympics.
Wow. All right then.
Yeah, love that. No shade, Riri, but girl.
Moving along.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Now moving along to our box, which has everything to do with TV, music, or TV shows. So we are going to give our music, our TV shows, and our movies, and we are going to discuss if it is a bop or is it a not.
Period.
So, baby, first thing we're going to talk about is the new show on Netflix, Supercell. So 1, 2, 3. Bop it.
Period.
Yeah, so we're bopping that one. Leslie, how did you feel about Supercell?
Yeah, I'm so giddy about this show, and I really did not feel like I was gonna be into it like that because this is not like my type of show. It's about like, I don't want to say like superheroes, but I guess like your everyday type of reality where there is centered around Black people. Like every quote unquote superhero or human with a power is Black. They live in different types of lives. You know, we touch on sickle cell and how these characters end up getting their powers and stuff. Like this was not something I thought I was really going like feel like was a huge bop. I was ready to come in here and say not, right? But I really do like it. I feel like there's 6 episodes or what have you. They're all named after the different characters, the main characters that are in there. But I like the fact that they shed light on sickle cell. I mean, they talk about and show people in the series like dealing with sickle cell, their symptoms, like how it affects the family and stuff, alongside like these different powers that are impacting these Black characters' lives. So what do you think, Hazell?
Well, Miss Phoenix, you quiet. Did you see Supercell?
So listen. I have it on my to watch list because I am a blurred. I'm almost disappointed. I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
yet.
no, I feel like this would have been something used on.
You know, it is in the vein of, what I would watch, and I've heard good things. So it definitely is on my to watch list. I'm really glad, to your point, Leslie, that I identify like as a blurred, as a Black nerd. So I'm very into heroes and fantasy and stuff.
Yes.
But I'm glad that is reaching more Black people, like not people who just specifically like
Right,
that, but
right,
people
right.
who are just Black. Like that's becoming more a part of our culture. So I definitely can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so baby, I put everybody on Super Sale. I watched Super Sale the day it came out. Me and my man was like trying to find something to watch. They put it right on the big screen.
Yes, they did.
Ooh, on the big screen. So yeah, I watched Super Sale like the first day it came out. We binged the whole. We was gonna stop, but bitch, it just got better
No, I
and better
binged
as
it.
the episodes went.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a really great show centered around all Black people and all Black people from different, like you said, different backgrounds and different areas. So that was good to see, and also get to see the UK culture and how they
Yes.
live their lives.
Yeah.
I've seen some people not really like it as much, but I really think that the people just it's not they type of like, you know,
Yeah.
sci-fi, and,
Yeah.
you know, superhuman ability. That's not really them. But I
Yeah.
feel like for people that are into that, really, really good show surrounded by Black people. And it was a Black creator on this too. Shout out to the real rap man. Like that he did his thing, and I
Yeah,
think
no, I
Netflix
definitely
definitely
think
need to
so.
give them a bigger budget next season. 'Cause
Right.
that's the only thing I can say is like the budget wasn't really like too much high there, but I think they saved it off
Well,
for
if
the
that wasn't
ending.
the case, yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say it was good
They
as
saved
far
it for
as
the ending.
yeah.
Well, I did have a question for you guys because one thing I did see was discourse on Americans kind of poking fun at, I guess, the awkwardness of the use of guns in the show or lack thereof.
First of all,
How do
yeah.
y'all feel?
And scooters and bicycles, like the kids. I felt like were they kids? Like I couldn't totally gauge how old they like everybody was in there because you got the
I think everybody was pretty much grown except for the one with
invisible
the
guy.
invisible guy.
Yeah, okay. So the invisible one, he runs with like his crew or gang. I don't know. They look like gang members to me. So I don't know. Gang. But he runs with them, and everybody was running around in scooters and stuff and on bicycles. So I was confusion there. However, I think that it was. I think for what it was, I didn't care about the guns. Like the knives, I was like, okay, so everybody, you know, bringing knives to gunfights, cool, whatever. But it didn't matter to me because they had powers. It took me a second, like me and my homegirl was watching it, and I was like, oh my God, like we was tripping out. And I think it was episode 3 or something when he pulled the knife out and everything. And I thought he was gonna die, but I was like, oh yeah. He can, you know, be invisible and stuff, right? So I was like, oh, okay, so he good. We had to pause it because I was like, I don't even want to see this part, you know. But it take you a minute to like register that they can use like their powers or whatever. So to me, their use of weapons is kind of like, I mean, it's in there, but like, I'm like, they gonna figure out these powers at some point. So
I mean, most of the Marvel and DC characters, most of them use weapons, so I don't see the difference. I think it's just honestly, it's Black people, so everybody got a critique about it.
I think it's a little weird. I haven't watched the show yet, so I want to reserve my thoughts on the show. But being a person that works in behavior and with people, like it does highlight how critical we are of Black art. You know, like as soon as something comes out, it's like a think piece. Well, all the things they don't like about it. You know, like, and it's like, do you do that when you go to like the Marvel movie or you know the next movie that comes out?
Marvel getting pooped on right now.
Yeah,
I feel like I would critique him either way. I do feel like I'm not as great as I could be at the behind the scenes, like understanding who wrote things and like, you know, all that input to how it got to the end state. So I'm gonna critique it in any way. Like, oh, that's not how blah, blah, blah. They would have did this, or girl, we know Black people don't really use that. Like, you know, I was gonna do that anyway. But I do think, there's something to be said about if it is a Black person, you know, or any other person, maybe added some objectivity to how I would critique something, you know, that I can see that as well for sure.
And so our next show is going to be Love Island. 1, 2, 3.
Bob.
nah.
Sorry.
Okay, why not? I need to know why
I don't be
not.
liking how they play the Black women on there, and it really disengages me
What you
from
mean?
the show. Like one guy, I never followed him because he gave the vibes like it's just, if it's white, it's right. What's his name? Don? Isn't he on that?
Dom?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Or am I thinking of another show?
Maybe you're thinking of something else.
I don't
But
know.
not season 6. There was no Dom on there. I don't think.
And wasn't he on there? And he was with the dark skinned girl with the local hair. You know what I'm talking about? Or is she on another show?
I think that's maybe a different season, but not this season. Child.
Listen,
but continue.
It's another one on. It's another Love Island. I don't like how they be playing the black girls. As soon as I see them, I be like, oh, they about to go home.
You know what?
And I be so.
But Love Island
disengaged.
UK is also out too.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we might be, mixing
is
them
Love
up. But
Island
Love
UK.
Island UK is out too. I didn't watch that one, but okay,
Defend your show.
yeah, okay. Let me talk about it.
Uh-huh.
So I personally, there's 2 black women on there, and then there was a few black women that came in as bombshells. But I personally like the camaraderie I see with black women on that show. Like even in season 5, like our represented people stuck together, and I can appreciate that. But they also just have this really good like support system in there between the girls, and then the guys have their own thing. But I didn't like the show at first, right? So like I started Love Island season 2, and every time I started, I'd be like, I'm not gonna watch the next season, right? Like I say that every time, mainly because I feel like their episodes be long for no reason, and we be pulling people for chats and do you like and like this and make breakfast and bring it to the makeup room type stuff. It's like the same thing, but then my intrusiveness comes in, and I start to get on TikTok, and I start to see what's going on, and I kind of like the drama, so I watch them again and again. So I would say I like this season just because I feel like it kept me entertained the whole time. I feel like they were really cutthroat with how they got rid of couples and like who didn't need to be there, who deserved to be
good
there.
TV.
Yeah, like I
Good
don't know.
TV.
I felt like it was good TV. Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah,
good.
I just like for me, like I just think the love shows are so oversaturated. Like that's why I can see if you're
Yeah.
getting confused with another show because like even Netflix, like it's like my boyfriend was just watching something about people on an island and I know there's like Too Hot to Handle, and there's like
Yeah,
it's
it's getting too much.
oversaturated
Yeah,
with
it
too much
is.
love shows. So for me, I think it's just like it's too much. Like I'd rather just not watch.
I stand
And-
corrected. Yeah, it was perfect match. Dom
Perfect
was on
match.
that.
Dom was on Perfect.
Yeah,
that's why I was like,
perfect match. Are you
Okay,
the
yeah.
one? MTV got like, are you the one? X
Yeah.
on the beach. Like, it's just like, oh my God. Like,
It
can y'all
is.
just like,
I just
can y'all come
stand-
up with something else? Like,
Yeah, see, I kind of watch Love Island UK because I like the accents and
Me
it kind of
too.
is like.
Yeah, that's
it's-
raw though. Like UK is like, they
But
give it
also,
to you raw.
it's just to Hazel's point, it's hard for me to keep up because I'm in and out. And then I find myself, like you said, watching it more on TikTok. Like, wait, I didn't see that.
I'll be zooming
Yeah,
through.
like, let me go back.
I'll fast forward through an episode real quick. Like, let's get
like,
to the
cause
good
like
stuff.
even for example, like y'all know, like remember back in the day, Bad Girls Club, that used to be my show. But now it's like in this generation, we got so much baddies and
I
like,
run LA.
It's like but that was good because it was just that one show where it was just a bunch of women living in one house. Now it's like different shows and different networks all doing it. Like I don't want to watch all that. It's oversaturated. Why am I tuned into that? I want to watch something that's just like, oh, it's its own thing
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But
feel like
I
it
will
might-
say I will give it a try. I can't hard. But also, yeah, the diversity too does play a big part for me too. Like I remember Big Brother, like you know the show Big Brother on
Of
CBS.
course, yeah, that came out
Like,
too, y'all.
I never got
I'm a
into
fan.
it because like every time I saw the like cast, I'm seeing one or two black people.
Yeah.
So for like one of the I think season 23 had that big like
The Cookout, they had like six black people in
black
there.
people
Yeah.
on the show. That probably was like their first time doing that.
Right.
Like, so I think Love Island need to get a little bit just more diverse for me too.
If I feel like the
I
black
don't-
people gonna go home early, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
like,
But
just
as early as they
in the past seasons, even in the Love Island too, like majority of the at least the women, the black women didn't go home early.
Yeah.
And they replaced. I hate to say that, but they replaced the black men who,
Yeah.
you know, left or whatever.
Mhm.
And I just be like, I
But-
don't know, like, what is up with the casting people on these shows? It's like y'all always try to do the tokenize, like, to black people. It's just so weird for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get how they don't realize to like mix it up.
But I just don't know how that would work with Love Island though, because they only have like 5 slots in the beginning. So if we don't have, so to me, the 2, if we did, I don't know. I feel like 2 is good. I mean, if decent enough, and then you got the other people of color in there and a few white people. So
we'll give it a watch. but-
yeah, you know,
Moving
just try it
on.
out. Let us know what you think, girl.
Moving on to the music, to the rap girlies. You know, JT just dropped her first solo mixtape, City Cinderella. So 1, 2, 3. Dot. It's a dot. It's a dot for me.
It's like in between. Like, I feel like I'm in it.
So 3, I feel like we should say dot.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we should have like the dot.
1, 2, 3.
Dots.
Dots.
Yeah.
It's a dot.
Okay.
Like, it's a dot. It's not a bot, but it's a dot.
Yeah,
So-
but it's not a knot for me either.
Yeah, it's not
so-
a knot. I think I have to grow into it. I love JT. I love, like, one thing I could say JT is a bopping is her rollout and just this era that she's freaking in.
she'll
like,
boss
this
it up,
aesthetic and like rollout is amazing. And that's what I like about the mixtape. It gives 2000s like female rap mixtape down. Like, I hate to bring up my girl. I know I love Onika, but it definitely gives me like Playtime is Over, Sucker Free, Beat Me Up, Scotty, Nicki Minaj. Like, and that's what I love though. That's what I love about the mixtape. But her singles that she dropped, Sideways, okay, like, oh,
No, they hit.
fire.
They hit for sure.
So when I hear these songs, it's like, damn, none of these songs are giving me like, oh, this
Yeah,
is
they don't hit the
song.
same.
Yeah, see, Nikki, when she was dropping her mixtapes, you could feel the energy. Like she was hungry because it was such a drought. I don't know if it's because there are so many talented black women in rap now, or if she already feels minted as far as one of those rappers, because JT is talented, but it feels like she doesn't have the energy. Like, I want to feel like an artist love their project, because that makes me want to engage in it. Like, it wants me to, I want to, hear the story they telling, because
Right.
I feel like either you lived it or you vibe with it or you resonate. And I feel like she's just doing it like it's an assignment, kind of like, oh, it's due. It's due. I had to do this. I had to roll out by this time. Let me get in this motherfucking studio. It gave very like the energy was missing, not the talent.
That's a good point, because there was a few songs in there that I was like, you could have kept that off the album. Like, it shouldn't have made the cut.
I'm going to come back to you, but I want to hear your thoughts.
No, I think that I like JT's music and like how she raps and stuff. I'm not like following her like that. Y'all already know how I am with artists. Like, if I'm gonna listen to your album, I gotta kind of like you as a person and stuff. And like, I don't have the draw to her. Like, her and I don't relate to the same things. But as far as what she was talking about in her music, it's definitely, like you said, it's giving like I'm that girl vibes, and like, don't mess with me because I'm cutthroat type. But that first song that I heard on her album, her intro, I felt that was a little bit more personal. Like, she's talking about like, her upbringing and like what was going on in her life and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure if I think that was like related to her life and everything, but it's good to know that she has a little bit of humility, which in my opinion, the bar is gonna get me. Our girl Nikki ain't as humble as she used to be, because I was definitely a huge
Does she
Nikki
need to be?
fan.
Let me shut up.
Now go ahead, girl. I was definitely a huge Nikki fan, but I
I'm gonna
definitely
stay in
feel
Hollywood.
like I definitely feel like I'm not as much of a fan anymore. It's a little bit too much dramatics for my taste.
To go back to what you were saying, as like you felt like it was more like she did it because like it was due, like it was like, oh, due. That's what I felt that, because when she first started becoming like pushing into like, before they pushed her as solo and she just dropped like her No Bars or her Sideways. Those were just snippets that she just was on live and they just heard it in the background, and she never was like, I mean, they was forcing her to drop it, but she never felt the need to like, oh, I need to drop this. So I can see where that's coming from, because in the beginning, she didn't feel like she needs to drop anything. Like, y'all
Right.
heard the snippet or y'all leaked it or whatever. It is whatever. I drop it when I want to, and that's what she did, and the people loved it. With
Yeah.
this one, it definitely was like, okay, bitch, oh yeah, no, now I really like everybody. Like, she's doing these like club appearances, and everybody's showing out, and
Yeah.
now she got her fan base, the Juvies and everything. She like, okay, like, this is real. Like, okay, so now I really got to like do something now. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, because at first it was just giving like, I'll drop when I want to drop.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe she could have kept that same energy, like, I'll drop when I want to drop. But yeah, it definitely just gave like, these songs are not your singles. These songs are just more like, yeah, like files.
Yeah,
these are in the
like-
files.
Well, to your point, her intro, what I do love seeing in the evolution of Black female hip hop specifically is people talking more intrinsically about, you know, what they're going on, what's going on with her in their lives. I know she made a line about still wondering why my dad gave my mom dope. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
she just is just short of really getting there with the energy. If she would go into that, but it's like she steps back into that mean girl role of being comfortable. Like, you bitches ain't shit. And
No,
I'm
that's
JC.
spot on though. That
You
is
know,
spot
and
on.
it's like, okay, we was into you getting into the intro, and then it's like, but anyway, okay, you bitches ain't shit. I'm bored. I'm
Yes.
bored telling y'all this, and I feel that, and
Yeah.
it makes me not, you know, be like, oh, I gotta listen to this. Versus, you know, say what you want about Nicki, even if she needs, like, if she feels like she the queen, she gonna rap like she's the queen.
No, she
And
gonna
you
put it
know,
down for sure.
Meg is like, I'm a freak. I'm a rap like I'm a freak. But with JT, it was like, my homework is due. You bitches are whack. Next.
Got you. Well, JT,
No.
we will hopefully see you for your next debut album, and hopefully we can bop that one.
Yeah.
But moving on to a different artist, we are now going to focus on the girls to watch. The girls that are new in the scene that we feel like y'all need to be looking out for.
Period.
The girl that we need to watch this week is Iris Star, who is from
Nigeria.
Nigeria. So she is with the Afrobeats girls, like our Tylers and our Thames. So please watch out for her. Have y'all listened to like any of her songs and stuff like that?
I've heard her songs, admittedly, on TikTok. I get scared with that though. Cause the reason why is TikTok is fast. Like, you will mess around and you will hear somebody mix it better than the artist did themselves. They don't pick the new beat and
man.
stuff. And then you go like, oh yeah, let me go listen to it. And then your ear done kind of got attuned to something else. So I like what I've heard from her, and
Yeah.
I'm interested in hearing more.
Yeah.
My ear naturally kind of is like, oh, okay, I can vibe to this.
No,
Okay,
seriously. I love me
I
a good
can listen
Afro.
to this. So yeah, I think she is definitely somebody to watch.
No, for sure. I'm really surprised at how young she is. Y'all know how young she is?
I didn't-
I think she's like 22. She
that
just
ain't-
turned 22.
I thought she was gonna say like
No, but
18,
she's been
19.
making music for a while, like, or at
Oh,
least
yeah.
she had an album
know.
where she was like 19. I think she had one when she was 21. Like, she has been doing music for a while, so it's good to see her, you know, step out and really get some international praises.
Yes.
So I'm definitely interested to listen more. She's Afrobeats artist
Yeah.
originally, and I love me some Afrobeats. Like, I listen to that at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to
And I
that.
think that's why it's important to watch girls like that, because that's definitely becoming popularized, and you know,
Yeah.
in America, in our like, you know, hip hop R&B type of music. So I
Yeah.
think it's great, and I hope more girls, they were paving the way for more girls to come back.
Yes, love that.
So we are going to transition to our biz to watch, and that is local businesses that put on for the girls, for Black community.
Period.
And for this week, it is the Indie Creative Network, owned by our very own producer, Wize Grazette. So if you are a new podcaster, you want to learn about podcasting, he is very talented. He's been in the business for a long time, and he can help you pave the way. So shout out to Wize.
Shout out to Wize.
the Indie Creative
good,
Network.
y'all.
And thank you for always posting us.
Making us look cute a while. And that's a wrap for episode 3 of the Carefree Black Girl podcast. You can make sure you listen to us. This episode was powered by Revolt, so definitely listen to us. Put us on your morning playlist. You can also watch us on YouTube. You can join the conversation using hashtag Carefree Black Girl. Follow us everywhere at Carefree Black Girl. And on Twitter, we are CFBG Pod. So make sure you follow us. Make sure you join it. Shout out to our girl, Jasmine Taylor TV. She couldn't be with us, but we miss you and we love you. And I am your girl, Phoenix Luxe, your favorite fantasy baddie and Thera Fairy. I got it right this time. And I'm going to pass it to my girl, Big Liz, not the little one.
Period. I'm your girl, Leslie Latrice. Y'all can find me every Sunday on YouTube at 3 p.m. and follow me on Instagram at Leslie Latrice. And last thing real quick, make sure y'all come to the Carefree Black Girl Cookout tour, okay?
Okay.
July 27th, we're in D.C. And August 17th, we are coming back for round 2 here in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Catch us there now.
Period. Come on, Miss Hazell.
And I'm your girl, Hazell Harve, the realest of the real. And I am signing us out on myself.
I'm myself.
On the next one.
Bye.